Creating an oasis of agricultural production in arid central Washington once seemed out of the question, but the Columbia Basin Project made it all possible. Today, I'm exploring its history. Carved by glacial floods at the end of the Ice Age, the Columbia River Basin is a vast expanse of rock and sagebrush in central Washington. Native American tribes originally lived in the area, using resources from the basin's river system to their advantage for thousands of years. But the arrival of the Transcontinental Railroad and westward expansion completely transformed the region. By 1892, 3 transcontinental rail lines crisscrossed the Columbia Basin, establishing towns like Pasco, Othello, and Quincy. The region had ample land, but it didn't have ample rainfall. The sandy soil held promise for farming, but without water, it was hard to get people to settle in the area. There was one solution: irrigation. As far back as the late 1800s, people had ideas on how to bring irrigation water to the region, but they couldn't agree on how to do it or where the money would come from. Irrigating a region is expensive. The debate over a federal irrigation project continued, and in 1918, local newspaperman Rufus Woods published a plan to irrigate the Columbia Basin by damming the Columbia River and channeling water through the Grand Coulee, an ancient cliff-walled riverbed. 15 years later, during the height of the Great Depression in 1933, President Franklin Roosevelt launched the New Deal, and both federal and state funding for work on Grand Coulee Dam broke free. The Columbia River is one of the largest in North America, so damming it was quite a feat. It took nearly 12 million cubic yards of concrete to build Grand Coulee Dam, the same amount you would need to build a highway from Seattle to Miami. The dam was finally finished in 1942, becoming the most integral part of the Columbia Basin Project.
At one time, it was the largest structure in the world. When it was built, it assisted just generating power for the World War II effort. Without the benefit of having Grand Coulee Dam here, we wouldn't have irrigation for the Columbia Basin Project, we wouldn't have power generation.
The water behind Grand Coulee Dam created Lake Roosevelt, which is the largest reservoir in the Pacific Northwest. Water was pumped from behind the dam and stored in Banks Lake, the main reservoir for irrigation. Miles of canals were built to bring water from Banks Lake to farms. In 1952, the water was finally turned on for farmers in the basin. People from Coulee City to Pasco held parades and celebrations to commemorate the historic moment water arrived on their land. Over the next 50 years, more than 300 miles of canals and 3,500 miles of waterways would wind through the Columbia Basin, connecting farmers to much-needed water for irrigating their crops. Today, the project serves as a vital water source for farming in the state, using only 3% of the Columbia River.
One of the best parts about having a multi-purpose project like this, it provides water for 11,000 farms. It actually provides a great source of recreation. Lake Roosevelt itself is a wonderful recreation area. It's controlled by the National Park Service. It provides boating opportunities, marinas, fishing, as well as wetlands now for multiple species of animals.
The Columbia Basin Project has been a huge success, but it's still a work in progress. Farmers and communities hope to bring irrigation water from the project to another 300,000 plus acres in the future.
My name is Kirk Rathman, and this is a family farm.
And what has this meant to your family farm to have this access?
Well, my dad has been waiting for this project for about 47 years.
The Columbia Basin Project has helped transform an arid landscape into a productive region for more than 3 million acres of apples, potatoes, cherries, hay, onions, and more. These crops feed Washington and the world.